welcome. This is Chapter 2, Section 5, line plots. First you're going to do when making a line plot is you're going to have a set of data. You're going to draw a number line. Since the smallest value for this data set is 1, and the largest is 10, so you can use a scale of 1, meaning you could show each one individually. Other scales could be used, but you can use a scale of 1. Put an X above the number that represents each number the books read, and then add a title. Alright, now, how you can analyze a line plot. So basically you can see here 1, it happens 1, 2, 3 times, so there are 3 X's. A 2 happens twice, so there are 2. 3 shows up 4 times, so there are 3 X's. There are no 4s, but you need to show that there are no 4s. Don't leave a gap. Alright, so how you can analyze. How many students read 10 books? Locate 10 on the number line and count the number of X's. So there are 2 students who read 10 books. What is the difference between the greatest and least number of books represented on the line plot? Well, the least number of books read is 1. The greatest number of books read is 10. So 10 minus 1 is 9. And you subtract to find the difference. So the difference is 9. So the greatest number is 10. The fewest numbers is 1. The difference between the greatest number of books read and the fewest number of books read is 9. Here, if the line plot shows the number of books that members of a book club read in 1 month, write 1 or 2 sentences to analyze the data. Sample answer. Most book club members read between 1 and 10 books a month. You need to write something else. So look at this data. You could do a lot of things. The fewest was 10, the most was 1. You could look at the majority of them. Probably the majority of them, 1, 3, 5, 9 of them, over half of them read 3 or less books. You could say over half read 3 or less books. Most of the people read 3 books because most people read 3 books. If you look back, 3 has 4 books on it. So that means most of the people read 3. You could technically even average them and say that the average did this. There's a lot of different ways you can describe how this happened. All right, let's make a line plot of the data shown below. First thing, let's make a number line. The smallest number here is, I think, a 6. The biggest number looks like a 15. So we can go from, you don't have to necessarily start at 0, 6. And 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16. All right, so let's make the X's now. How many 6s are there? 1, 2 6s. 7s, none. 8s, here's 1. Here's another one. Looks like there's 1 9. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4 10s. No 11s. Here's 3 12s. Here's 1 13. and then 3/15. So your line graph here, there you go. Your line plot is done. So how many students bought 10 tickets? So again, you look for the 10 tickets, 10 down here, and you count 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 students bought 10 tickets. What is the difference between the greatest and least number of raffle tickets represented in the line plot? Well, let's see here. I see a 15 is the greatest, 6 is the fewest, so 9 is the difference. You subtract it. If the line plot shows the number of raffle tickets that students in Miss Ferguson class sold in 1 week, write 1 or 2 sentences that analyzes the data. So you could say, going back here, most club members read between 1 and 10 books. For this, you could say exactly that. Students sold. So students sold between 6 and 15 tickets. That's one sentence you could write. You could also say that more than half sold 10 or less. More than half sold 10 or less. There are all sorts of, you could say that 4 of them sold 10. There are a lot of sentences that you can write to analyze the data. All right, so that should be about enough. Line plots are pretty simple if you know how to make a number line. So do the CYUs for your notes and homework. This we will do in class. Don't forget. Good luck.